This is my super easy, replicatable strategy that I use to make over $1,500 a day in the stock market. Okay, guys, this is just super simple. It's not that complicated. It's what I use pretty much on a daily basis when it comes to my personal trading strategy. I'm giving it to you literally for free, basically, in this video. Just make sure to watch to the very end, though, because I do have something that I want to offer you guys after you guys get this offered from me. So first things first, let's just kind of get into it. $1,500 a day trading strategy. This works for day and swing trading. You can do it for both. It does not matter which you end up choosing. Again, this works for both of those specific methodologies. First things first, this is ridiculously easy. It's not that hard to replicate. Again, I'm probably going to sound like a broken record by the end of this, but it really is a very easy strategy. One of the reasons it is so incredibly easy is that it only really utilizes 3 indicators with technical analysis. And we'll get into what those indicators are in just a second here. We also utilize support and resistance, which once again are very easy tools to read kind of some of the movements on specific stocks and on the charts when you're looking at them. Now, the rest of this stuff we're going to get into because it's a little bit more detailed about the actual strategy itself. But let's just kind of get into it, right? So we'll head over here to Verizon. Just as an example, this was a play that I took just the other day. And this is basically kind of how I do my technical analysis when I'm trading, how I typically like to go about doing this, and the kind of pitfalls and just different things that I try to avoid, and how I specifically am successful with this strategy. So first things first, I like to stick around with the 15-minute time frame on the charts, right? As you can see right there, 15 minutes is selected right now, and that's what I typically use for my style of trading. As far as down here goes, these day, month, year, all that, I don't really worry too much about that. I'm really just focused on the 15-minute chart. So what I typically do to find these kind of plays or find these types of setups, and I'll show you right here in this specific intraday of trading, or well, actually it was more back here. What I do typically is I'll hop on FinViz. FinViz is a completely free to use website that you can hop on at any point and look over a bunch of very effective tools. One of the most effective tools I use is this S&P 500 heat map. What this heat map does is it showcases a bunch of different stocks in a variety of different sectors that are all either up or down or maybe halfway in the middle or whatever the case might be. The greener the stock is, the more it is trending up, and the redder the stock is, the more it's trending down. What I typically like to do is I play off reversals. So I look for a stock that is expected to reverse. What that means is that I'll look for a stock like Microsoft that's up 4.39% today. This is super green. This is probably one of the highest gaining large market cap stocks in the overall market in today's market session, just what I'm looking at right now. And then if I wanted to look for maybe something that was reversing the other way, I might go down to one of these other redder stocks down here. Visa's down about 1.31%, but maybe I want something more, so I might go down here to PLD. Prologis is down about 3.31%. And basically what I'm doing is I'm just looking for stocks that have a very large discrepancy in their gain percent, or their percentage gained or their percentage lost, right? We want to see a huge move up or down. Now, the reason you don't see Verizon on here is because Verizon was actually down, or rather up the other day quite a bit. As you can see, Verizon went all the way up to $33 per share just at the beginning of market open. I saw this as an opportunity, and I decided to go ahead and look at that specific angle right here. So what I did is I looked at my 3 indicators. These are the 3 indicators that I utilize when I'm trading, right? So I have 4 MA lines. I have the 20, the 50, the 100, and the 200. My mouse is over here in case you can't see. The 20, the 50, the 100, and the 200. And these are the blue, teal, orange, and red lines that you see going throughout this chart. Now, typically what this means and what this gives us a very good idea of is momentum. This tells us where the stock is headed and where it could be going in the future. So not as important to really predict the movement, but you get a very good idea of how long that movement can last. One of the better predictors of movement, and in my opinion, one of probably and again, I even wrote it here, the RSI is your best friend. This is the next part of it, is whether a stock is oversold or overbought. In this case, with Verizon, when we saw it shoot up to $33 per share, as you can see, the RSI right here shot up to over 83, which is super oversold, or overbought rather. And as you can see here, when that typically happens, and we can even go and back test it, when this type of movement happens, we can see a rather large, or if not large, at least significant push downwards and a push back. And what that tells us and what that gives us is a better idea of where the stock's going to head next. You want to do this with stocks that have volatility too. Verizon has been under some volatility as of late, so this was a very good arbitrage opportunity. A good example of this might be Tesla. Tesla has some very large volatility that you can see in its general charts just as it kind of goes along on the day. As you can see here, though, we shot up above that RSI level, so I figured, okay, this seems like a good entry point. Let's take a trade. Same with the MACD here too, and that's another tool that I utilize to really confirm my decisions, is once this blue line goes underneath that orange line, we can typically see a larger amount of bullish momentum to push us down towards the downside. So that's typically how I like to use that specific indicator as well. Basically, just utilizing these three indicators, you can really effectively find these different setups by using FinViz and then predicting whether or not those reversals are going to come through. It's a very, very easy to use process. It might seem a little complicated right now if you're not used to this kind of stuff, but trust me, once you study it enough and really kind of get a better idea of how this all works together, you might be able to really utilize your overall effectiveness with this and actually see potentially, profits and figure out how you can do this effectively on a daily basis. A quick little note here on risk management, just because I want to put this in. A lot of people struggle with this, and this is probably one of the main reasons. On almost every single person that I talk to who is brand new to trading, this is their biggest flaw or feature is risk management, right? So 15 to 25% in stop losses. That's typically what I set on plays like this or any kind of really play. Swing trades, I might set a larger stop loss just because I'm expecting it to fluctuate more in the day. So I might set my stop loss a lot lower on a swing trade. But in general, for day trades, I'll set it around 15, 18 to 20%, and then I'll let it ride. And then if it goes below that, I will cut my losses, and then I will only take a 15 to 20% loss instead of something much more, obviously, if it goes the other way. Now, we also have 30% to 40% in profits. That's typically when I like to take profits on plays like this. Keep in mind, I still might hold a couple of contracts overnight or further out just to see if they play out even further if I'm really confident in a play. But typically, I like to take anywhere between 30 to 40 to 50% in gains in my overall plays that I'm making with these stocks. Guys, this is my overall strategy that I use on a daily basis, and it is super, super consistent and super predictable. And it's also very easy to use for complete beginners. So hopefully this helped you guys. For the quick thing that I wanted to offer you guys, if you guys want to learn how to get mentored in learning how to do this kind of strategy, plus a numerous amount of other strategies that we also employ, because this isn't the only thing that we use. We use a variety of other strategies that are even more complicated, but also much more profitable and consistent. I would really recommend joining our Discord, but also not only that, go down in the link down below in the description link below and book a call with us, guys. We run a stock options trading mentorship where you can get one-on-one access to us, where we can help you build your overall skills in the stock market, build your skills with option trading, and ultimately help you succeed with that endeavor. We also offer a host of things with a course inside that program, a private Discord group, one-on-one calls, and a host of other options and variety of benefits that you also get access to. So if that sounds interesting, make sure to go book a call with the link in our description down below. We'll hop on a call together, talk about the details of the program, and see if you'd be a good fit. So if that sounds interesting, again, link in description. You guys know how it goes. Other than that, though, that's all I have for you guys today. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. But other than that, I'm Kyle with Finance Bro. Take it easy.